Hey there and welcome. If you're a level 6 marketing manager apprentice with Kent Business College, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to tackle one of the biggest, most important beasts you need to tame for your apprenticeship, K5. That's marketing, communication, planning, and budgeting.
So, if your head's spinning a little just thinking about K5 and that big endpoint assessment, trust me, you are not alone. Let's be real. You're expected to be a strategic whiz and a financial genius, all with this huge final test looming over you. The pressure is definitely real. But hey, that's what we're here for, to break it all down. To make this all feel a bit more real, I want you to meet someone. This is Jody. She's a level 6 apprentice, just like you, working over at a retailer called Ibis Stores. And a little while ago, she was staring down the exact same mountain. We're gonna follow her story step by step, from feeling totally stuck to absolutely nailing it. So here's how we're gonna do it. First, we'll look at the challenge Jody was given. Then we'll dive into how she built her strategic plan and the budget to fuel it. After that, and this is crucial, we'll see how she gathered the evidence to prove her skills. And finally, how she walked into that final assessment and passed with flying colors. All right, let's jump right into Jody's world. It all starts with a challenge that might sound familiar. Her manager, Riddle, walks over with that look on her face. Ibis Stores is about to launch a massive new product line, and she wants Jody to run point on the whole thing. The communications plan, the strategy, and yep, the entire budget. No pressure, right? So what on earth is K5, really? Well, the official definition talks about planning and funding to deliver value. But for you, at level 6, it's so much more than that. It's about showing your commercial judgment. It's about being able to stand in front of senior leaders and justify every single pound you want to spend and prove that it's going to help the business win. Now, Jody, feeling the weight of this task, does the smartest thing she can possibly do. She doesn't just panic. She books some time with her mentor, Adam. This guy's seen it all, and he has a knack for making really complicated things feel simple. And Adam, being the wise mentor he is, doesn't just throw a textbook at her. Nope. He starts with an idea, an analogy she can actually visualize. He says, Jody, this whole K5 thing, think of it like you're building a bridge. Okay. This is brilliant. Check this out. The bridge itself is what connects your company, your product, over to your customer. Your marketing plan? That's the detailed architect's blueprint. It shows exactly where the bridge is going, who it's for, and what it's made of. And your budget? Well, that's the steel, the concrete, the crew, all the resources you need to actually bring that blueprint to life. You see, you can't have one without the other. So, why do we need to get so obsessed with this blueprint? Well, because a great plan means your marketing isn't just random noise, it's focused. It means when the finance director asks why you need all this cash, you've got a rock-solid, defensible answer. It just builds so much trust and shows everyone that you're thinking strategically. Okay, so the blueprint's drafted, but now it's time to talk about the fuel, the money. Jody goes back to Riddle, proud of her plan, and Riddle asks the one question every marketer on the planet knows and dreads. This is a big number, Jody. How are you going to justify it? And this is that moment, right? Where the theory from your course has to smash into reality. Jody can't just pick a number she likes the sound of. She needs a proper, structured approach, a recognized methodology to build her case. But which one is the right one for a brand new product launch? So Jody's got options. Think of these as different tools in her financial toolbox. She could go with objective-based, where you start with the big goal, like capturing market share, and you work backwards to figure out what it'll cost. There's incremental, which is kind of like the if it ain't broke approach. You just take last year's budget and add a little bit. And then there's zero-based. Oof, that's the tough one, where you have to justify every single pound from scratch. For a new launch, linking the budget directly to her goals seems like a pretty smart move, right? Success! Jody's plan and her budget get the green light. High fives all around. But wait, the job's not done. Not for an apprentice. Now she has to prove she actually knows her stuff for her portfolio. And that's when her coach, Olivia, steps in to help her turn this amazing real-world project into amazing evidence. And this is just so important. Good evidence isn't a made-up case study. It's real, it's tangible. For Jody, it's this communications plan for the Ibis home launch. This one project is going to be the superstar of her portfolio, showcasing everything she knows about K5. So Olivia shows Jody this exact list. She says to really prove K5, you need to show the whole story. Assessors don't just want to see the final shiny plan. They want the messy stuff too. The budget proposals, the spreadsheets where you tracked spending against your forecast, and the reports where you evaluated the return on that investment. It's about showing the full journey.
And boom. This right here, this is pure gold. This is a little piece from Jody's reflective commentary. Do you see what she does? She doesn't just say what she did, she explains why. She connects her choice of budgeting model directly to a massive strategic goal for the business. That, right there, is what level 6 commercial judgment looks and sounds like.
The portfolio is in. Deep breath. And now for the final boss fight, the endpoint assessment. So Olivia changes hats. She goes from being a portfolio coach to an interview coach, getting Jody ready for the tough questions that are definitely coming our way.
I want you to imagine this for a second. You're in that room. The assessor looks you right in the eye and asks you this. It's a huge question, isn't it? It's designed to test if you can connect all the dots between spending the company's money and actually creating real value. How do you even start to answer that? Well, here it is, Jody's distinction level answer. She's calm, she's confident, she starts with her methodology, explains her strategic channel choices, but this is the clincher. She talks about how she watched the performance data like a hawk, and when something wasn't working, she was agile. She moved the budget to something that was working. That shows she's not just a planner, she's an active commercial manager of the company's investment. So good.
So that was Jody's whole journey, from that initial challenge right through to distinction. And you can follow in her footsteps. It really just boils down to these 4 things. 1, understand the theory, the models, the methods. 2, grab a real project at work and get your hands dirty. 3, document everything, especially the why behind your decisions. And 4, reflect. What was the impact? What did you learn?
We followed Jody from being handed a daunting task all the way to acing her EPA. Her journey has basically given us a clear blueprint for success. So the only question that really matters now is the one for you. Take a look at your to-do list, at the projects on your plate. What K5 challenge are you going to conquer first?